Right, good morning, everyone. Let's talk about the Cummings thing. This is important because it highlights the arrant corruption right at the heart of government. The arrogance is well associated with it, with one rule for them and their privileged few, and another set of tougher rules for the rest of the population. Even when Dominic Cummings was interviewed about this, when he said, it doesn't matter what you think, thereby just passing off lots of other people's lives and the suffering that they've had to go through, keeping themselves from family, keeping themselves from loved ones that have passed, and so forth and so on. And the cabinet themselves have debased themselves by throwing a protective ring around Dominic Cummings that you wish they'd shown the same kind of zeal with care homes at least 2 months ago. But they didn't. And then even yesterday in the briefing, and this is one thing that gets me as a scientist specializing in health, to actually see them trying to create the new rules in order to accommodate Dominic Cummings' misdeeds. That is not only dangerous, but that debases our national science and our national expertise in health and the reputation of all of them. This really, really has to stop. And the public know it. If you look at polls just come out by YouGov, 68% of people say he clearly broke lockdown. Only 18% disagree. That's a 4-to-1 ratio. We've got a government here who've been lying about what the police have been saying, contradicting what the police have been saying, and putting out information that then contradicts further evidence that Dominic Cummings didn't just make one journey, taking COVID-19 on a road trip across the country. He was also out and about with family, sniffing bluebells, yada yada. So here's what you do about it. Write to your MP. Here's why. Because yesterday, in the evening, the government started going silent. When there was that second set of revelations from the Mirror and the Guardian, they went quiet. Then they put out a statement later on saying, we won't be dealing with you little people anymore, or I'm paraphrasing, of course, but they're saying we won't be answering these kind of questions. So they're hoping that it will go and burn out. But this morning, starting with Tory MP Richard Baker, remember Mr. Brexit hardman, remember Steve Baker of the ERG, he's calling for Cummings to go. And I've just now seen on my phone that apparently there are 2 more Conservative MPs calling for Cummings to go. And people calling for him to go have included The Spectator, where his wife works, Tim Montgomery, Julia Hartley-Brewer, right-wing commentators as well as left. We all understand that this is a societal breach, and this is a level of arrogance by an individual that we all need to address. So you write to your MP. It's easy to do. You just put in Google, write to my MP, and you'll be taken to the parliamentary website where you can put in your postcode and hey presto, there's all the contacts you need for your MP. And a very effective thing to do is, whether they're Labour or whether they're Conservative, I mean, even cabinet members are feeling uncomfortable with backing Dominic Cummings now. Write the personal stories. If you have those poignant personal stories where you have had to really sacrifice a lot in your life for the sake of abiding by the rules, how does that feel for you, looking at the free rein that Dominic Cummings has been given? Or if you don't have such strong emotive personal stories, attack the sheer logic and the farce of it, and what this does to our country and what this does to our safety, when we already have the worst record in Europe and second worst in the world in terms of total death tolls. Okay, do all of that, write that now. It really makes a difference. If you're a Conservative, write to your local Conservative association, ask them to get behind Steve Baker and the other Conservative MPs that have come out against Cummings, to do the right thing. Go and do that today. Don't let this burn away. It looks like it's really moving now. And so if you want to see this happen for the sake of our country, just go and write to your MP. Thank you.